So we're just packing and getting ready for our adventure. We've got a really small one-man tent. I think it's a kilogram and a half. Compy blasters, because if you get a blister from your boots when you're walking more than you do normally, yeah, they are a godsend. Luna's water bowl slash food bowl, because it collapses into nothing. And my oats, which I shall have just to keep me going through this month. Yummy! Good morning! We are just on the way to the start of Offas Dyke. Hi Poonie! Poonie's very excited for the walk. Also wanted to mention while we're in the car, a nice thing for collies, because they can get a little bit crazy from the traffic going past. I always find it good to have the dog in this side of the car, so that when they look out the window they're not seeing the packed traffic fly by them. And also you can just do special little training things, like when I'm driving, she sits here in the passenger seat, and I just ask her each time she sees the traffic to leave it, and you'll see her, she starts consciously looking out this window, trying to look away from it, and I'll have a little pot of treats on my dash that I just feed her when I see she's doing the right kind of training, because the journey alone can make it quite stressful for the dog, and that might be why when you get to your destination that your dog is very overworked already and a bit stressed out. So that's just something you can think of prior when you're getting there, even not having windows open so you don't hear the loud sound of traffic when you're traveling fast. But yeah, going on this journey is bringing me a lot of anxiety, just because of mental health issues, and it can be stressful with a collie, and it's just a big journey. But I think it's a very good thing to go and do, to push ourselves to get out of our comfort zone, because actually most of the time when I get out on the walk I love it so much, and it's only the process of getting there that is actually the scary bit. And yeah, the more you do it, the more comfortable it gets. Today I'm wearing my Tree Man, which to me is Mark Tree Man, so I feel safe. And this lovely necklace he bought me, which is a flower of life with my birthstone amethyst, so I'll feel protected while I'm walking. Tornado out. This is cool. I'm trying to find the stone that is the exact start of the Offas path, and I'm right down on the banks now, right down on the grassy bank with the water estuary there, and I haven't seen the stone yet. Okay. This collie has a big ego, and she loves to get big sticks that match her ego. I got through this one! Honestly, I find having a collie more like having a teenager or a very intelligent toddler, for the way that they will challenge you, challenge your weaknesses, your boundaries, your rules that you put in place. They will test all of that, like if you had a teenager that's pushing the boundaries of their parent. I mean, all dogs will do this, but I found especially with the collie, there's just such intelligence that they're, so you've got to be quick. You've got to be one step ahead of them and never letting them catch your emotions. Don't let them get to you, essentially. found it. And it's actually at the top of the hill. Offas Dyke path. Time to get walking. So we've been walking maybe half an hour now. Luna has already attacked her first dog as we came into a little village and I had my first panic attack. But we're over it, and although it may be a lifelong thing that your collie is anxious around other dogs, you can over time make it less and less, and each recovery time smaller and smaller, and it becomes more manageable. I know in the moment it feels like I can't deal with this, I'm never going to be able to walk them properly, but you get stronger, they get stronger, and it will work out. Someone's sunbathing. Border Collie is a very hyper-aware, very sensitive kind of dog. Their sense of understanding, because they have very intelligent minds, they're preempting a lot more than other dogs are. They're thinking, what's around that corner, what's going to come that I can deal with, which is, you could say, anxiety if left to become, too much. So it's just giving them lots of little guidance along the way, little noises or little taps, anything that makes them come back into focus. Just coming away from the noises that are here and just trying to create a more calm, less intensely looking at everything. Like now she's looking at a bike and we can see that she's in quite a calm stance. If she started closing her mouth and almost looking ready to run, we might give her a little tap to say, hey, come back to where we are. Hey. Yeah. And just little things like that can help you try and take their attention away from something coming towards you. Thinking about the environment you're walking in. So if you're walking on a nice field where there's not a lot of noises, they're probably going to be quite calm and playful. If you're walking next to a busy road and there's traffic zooming by every so often, you might find your collie is quite stressed and quite pulling on the lead, and you might be getting frustrated, but actually they're just worried about all the noises around them. One thing I did find really good if you are in a busy area and you have to walk on roads is taking a speaker and playing the music out loud so that your dog can hear it too. And it makes each sound that happens then a little less intense because there's already lots of noise happening. Try it. I thought it was really nice. Luna's favourite song is Black Fly by Mad Dog McRae. I think she likes the violin. A lot of the time, when a dog is nervous, they will pull into the lead and make it taut. And your instinct might be to pull back. But that makes the dog think, oh, my human is scared as well. Now I need to protect my human. Whereas, say your dog is coming forward and your dog pulls on the lead, just keep your arm loose. Let your arm be pulled with the lead, and then the dog senses that it's them pulling you along. You're not holding back, you're not fearful. Completely different response. It seems backwards, but that's what you want to do. Good girl. And it might be quite an obvious one, but collies can just go and go and go, and the more exercise you give them, the more happy they're going to be. And if you're trying to do any training, any tricks or any behavioural training, do it after exercise. When they've had a big run and they're tired, they're actually in a better frame of mind to listen to you and to respond to what you're asking. If you ask them before they've done exercise, they're going to be all het up and they're going to find it hard to listen to what you're saying. Yeah, so maybe you can think about your daily walks and how you approach it and how it starts. Like, if you go out your front door and it's right onto a main busy road, that might give the dog stress. Maybe you can go out the back door to an alleyway that's quieter. And even habits like putting on the lead or you putting your shoes on can get them really excited and too het up. So you might put the lead on and then let her walk around the house with it for 20 minutes. You might put your shoes on and then sit and have a cup of tea, just to kind of shake it up, make her have less anticipation. Yeah, chill it all out. So a collie has really hyper attention focus, like they'll obsess over one thing and get fixated on it. And when there's lots of things going on, that focus is ping-ponging all over the place. So what we can try to do is create focus for the dog, helping them build that behavior with things like treats and a clicker. So now is perfect. We've got a little doggy over there and we're just going to ask Luna to keep attention with us. And she's doing good. She's looking at us. Even though there's loads of noises and loads of dogs around, she's doing well. So we'll reward her. And she might look over at the dog and then glance back, and then we reward that. You looked at the thing that caused you fear, but you looked away again. See, now she's very calm, even with treats and another dog around. A lot of the time that would cause her to feel territorial and protective over her treats. But she's doing really well. She's not looking at the other dog. She's happy, she's sniffing. She's doing very well. Good girl. Just remember that every interaction is different. Where she might have been aggressive to one dog, 10 minutes later the next dog that comes along might not seem a threat to her and she might not go for it and be the most calm, okay dog. So try, I know it's like the hardest thing in the world, but try not to preempt what's going to happen. Give her the chance to make the decision herself and see if she can do it. If not, you're there to correct her and you probably have her on the end of a lead anyway, but it's giving her the freedom to try and tame her impulses and build confidence. I'll be honest, there's some parts of this Offas Dyke path that is on quite main roads and I didn't think it would be like that. Because there's a border, I thought there'd be like nothing and you're just walking through forests and yeah, but no worries. What we might do is skip a few parts along the way. Like we might go back for a night to stop off because we've got to get new battery and resources anyway. But yeah, we might skip some of the bits that are seriously main road because main roads and traffic is not a collie's best friend. You know, they come from a herding background and fast moving vehicles is always going to be something difficult for them, no matter how much you train. So this journey is about Luna. It's her birthday today. So we want to do what's nice for her. And the same when you take your collie out, hey, is this place I'm going to, is my collie going to enjoy this? Or is she going to be overstimulated, confused? You know, think about what's nice for your collie. Luna is actually the puppy of 2 Welsh working farm dogs. So it's very appropriate that we are walking the Welsh-English border with a Welsh Border Collie. I kind of feel like a fox, like going through its network of paths and then occasionally popping up in suburban life. I just want to take a minute to appreciate how quiet it is here. And for a wild animal, that's natural. And then they're hyper keying into little sounds, little rustlings, little twig snaps. If you've got an animal that's hyper focused, sensitive like that, and you throw them into a city, a park with thousands of other people and dogs, it's going to make them, you know, think about the dog, think about its mental health, its well-being. What is its natural place in nature? Sniffing in the woods. That's natural. What did you find? Something good? It took a long time to get here, but if you never let your collie pull and keep up that training, she's just turned 4 years old and she's doing it. She's such a cuddly dog. Even now, when there's a whole forest, she's like, nope, I just want to sit with you. Oh, baby Poon Poon. No, I'm not allowed to call her baby Poon Poon anymore. She's big girl Poon Poon because she's 4 years old, which means she's an adult collie. We love you, Poon Poon. Happy birthday, girl. Oh, how can you be so cute? One thing with collies, a lot of people know that they're very intelligent, but it's also their pace. They're so fast. Everything that they're processing is microseconds, and you've got to be there before that. You want to step in before they escalate. If you see them looking at something and they're hyping up, get there before they escalate so that you can control it. The same when you're doing trick work and reward work. The second they do something, get in there and treat it. Do not wait a second. Show them exactly in the moment, because it's all timing based for a collie. A second too long, they're over looking at something else. A second too long and it's anxiety and they're barking and snapping. Timing. If you have a dog or you're thinking about dog training, you've probably heard of Caesar Milan, and I really like his training, especially for his one technique of the shush sound. It's like static, it's like white noise. It just, whatever's happening, oh, like a refresh on your internet page. And if your dog is hyper fixated on something or getting wound up or edging towards something to nip it and you don't want it to, that little noise is a wonderful thing. Even on the roads, this Offas Dyke path, there was quite a few main roads we were walking along with fast, busy traffic, and every time one comes up, she's looking at it, she's stiffening up, she's like in the pounce jump mode because she's a herder. Fast moving objects, she just wants to herd them. She doesn't know that it's a crazy metal box that's going to destroy her if she touches it. So every time that car comes past, just before she does the impulse, you know how many they need. You don't want to overdo it. It's all about timing. You'll get to know your collie and you'll understand the timings that they need to help them. But really, under all her assumptions and anxieties, She's just a beautiful little hound that wants to play and that is very protective of her people. It's all love, really. I think that's why collies are maybe a little bit misunderstood, is actually that they are the most gentle, sensitive creature. Sometimes a little nervous because they are so kind and gentle and sensitive. And just the same as me, I'm a very sensitive person, and if I get overwhelmed, you could almost see me as angry and aggressive. But it's actually just that the situation is feeling a bit intense and a bit overwhelming. Although it's been a task having a collie, I am so grateful of the experience. She's taught me so much. Really listening to another being and seeing what is her, just how she does things, understanding what works for her and what doesn't. It's a really wonderful bond, and if you work with your collie, I guarantee that they will sense it. They will sense you working with them and trying to make things comfortable for them, and they will work with you and they will feel that bond, and it will create respect and trust and all the things you want from your little doggy. What have you found in there? You want a drink? One more piece of advice for collies or for any dog is be honest with people. Let them know how your dog is. You know, if they say, "Oh, can I stroke your dog?" Say, "Yeah, you can. I just want you to come up calmly." Or, you know, if the situation you can feel your dog is too hyper and it's not gonna go well, just not right now. She's a little bit over sensitive or overstimulated. Just make it clear, and then you're making it easier for your dog, giving them more chances to succeed and have good interactions. A lot of the places we've been walking through public fields and public pathways, you can't take your dog off lead anyway, especially her being a herding dog, walking through fields where there might be sheep or cows, definitely keeping her on lead. And just for safety, roads, other dogs, we're walking a good mileage, and when there is a safe spot, she can come off the lead and run around the woods or whatever, but it's safe to have your dog on lead and there's no problem with it. And really your dog if you train them well and you work with them in a kind, gentle way, they can be fine on lead. They can be happy. Is that a good hole? Good tick tick. Tick 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 tick. What? Look at this tree. It's like melded into a big pile of rock? Oh my god. What? This is the coolest tree I've ever seen. Damn. I think a collie is a very all or nothing dog. Like they're either super cuddly or just don't wanna, yeah, just want their own time. So it's just kind of respecting, yeah, their highs and lows and where they are at, like the same as humans. Sometimes you want cuddle and sometimes you want space. Like Luna literally has the command of give space. Like she just loves to be like here, like super close all the time. And sometimes if I need a little break, I just say give space and then she'll wander off a meter or so. I think I started that by like throwing kibble over there and saying it. Or just like gesturing, and then yeah, she just started respecting my space. It's bigger than I thought it would be. That's cool. Loads of room. I thought it was going to be like really like close to the face, but there's a lot of room. This is good. We gonna sleep nice in here. Thanks for watching. Join back again for part 2.